We are live, coming here with a brand new Stir the Pod podcast show. I'm your host, Trevor, and tonight we are joined by Andy. Andy, how are you doing tonight?
What up, what up?
And we're also joined by Alex. Alex, how are you doing tonight?
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are here, episode 10, and I'm speechless tonight because that was one of the worst episodes, not just of the year, but of all time. Like, the fact that we're here, 9:45 Eastern, 9:50, excuse me, all of us sitting here watching the 90 minutes of bullshit is just out of control. Out of control. Andy, thoughts on tonight's episode?
I mean, I said this last week. I wrapped my Christmas presents to last week's episode. I got more done tonight. I mean, it really is like the challenge has become just like a good show to have on in the background where like you don't have to be paying attention because nothing entertaining is happening. It's just like you just start it. I actually thought this week's went by quick. Like I remember thinking like, oh, we're already going to the elimination. Strictly because I was wrapping presents and doing something else in the meantime. Because if I was just watching this would have been mind-boggling.
Alex, thoughts on tonight's?
It was terrible. I mean, you mentioned it. Didn't you say one of the worst episodes maybe ever?
Yes.
And I think we said last week that the episode was bad, but we at least got somebody eliminated. Didn't happen tonight. So it we might have left last week thinking, how can it get any worse? And I think we got our answer tonight.
Yeah. Well, because the episode was so bad tonight, I'm trying to bring in one of our longtime listeners, first-time callers, Adam Meadows, but I don't know if Magic Jack Meadows, as we like to call him, just can't connect or what is going on with him. He's texting me right now saying he's trying to join and he has no idea. So Adam Meadows, your screen is gone. I don't know. Can't add you.
Chaos.
Absolutely. Is MTV watching this right now, just sabotaging us? And they're like, oh, these guys want to make tonight fun. We already sucked all the energy out. Like we can't let these kids get anything.
That's the only logical explanation.
I mean, I'm trying to add him. His camera, I don't know what is going on. I know this is kind of smirk. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll move on and see. I'll leave him in. I haven't seen him pop up, but if he does get in, we'll hear his thoughts on tonight's episode. But we are here, episode 10 recap show. Like we all kind of hinted at already, just a terrible episode. So let's start at the beginning. And it's kind of crazy. I feel like before we dive in now, Andy, when it was me and him a few weeks ago, when it was the three of us the last week, I just feel like we didn't want to talk about the challenge for the first 12 minutes of this pod. It was kind of off the rails, bouncing around. It's 4 minutes already into this pod. And are we actually starting this now? Like, we're just jumping in? Like, after we literally complained about it?
I think we just try to run the ball and kill the clock. I mean, this is literally Iowa football. And I think Iowa football might be more entertaining.
I mean, damn. Is this rock bottom?
That's a good question.
I mean, this is bad. This is bad. All right. So
we got the mid-season trailer at the end of the episode.
Oh, mid-season trailer, just what I wanted. Nothing.
There's like 20 people left still.
God, there are 16 people still left. We're episode what, 9, 10?
Yeah.
What was tonight?
I think this
episode
was 10.
Episode 10.
So 10 episodes in, and we still have 16 people.
I mean,
it used to be like they would start with 16, and then by this point in time, 10 episodes in, it's, hey, let's do the location change. We're about ready to go to the final.
Well, and you know what's crazy too is I know I kind of tweeted the other night, with intros and how bring back, because what happened was I wanted to watch Fresh Meat too. I think Alex's favorite season, and I literally watched it on Paramount Plus, no free ads, but on Paramount Plus, and it was 45 minutes with Paramount because we're cheap here. We don't pay for the premium. 45 minutes with ads an episode. I mean, that's out of control. I mean, that's what we need. The fact that we had 90 minutes tonight, and it just, I don't know. So, Mikey the Doctor writes, at least we have the streak to look forward to next week. I wouldn't think so. After
I think the streak's going to end.
I think the streak of not having a streak continues. And I think let's just pick it up from here. The streak obviously not happening tonight. And we are now on episode, is it 4? That the streak has not been the old streak, and now we're on the new streak, correct?
That sounds right.
So the new streak, should we just call it like the asterisk streak, or what should we call it?
It's just the streak.
Whoa, no. There's the streak, and then there's the fake streak.
The streak of non-streaks?
Yes. Yes.
What we're forgetting is this is the chaos streak.
Okay, that's fair. We can call it the chaos streak. So the chaos streak is now on 4?
I think so. Melissa, who was the other chick who went home before Melissa?
I don't know. All these guys blend together.
Big T.
Big T. Yeah, Big T, Melissa.
Wait, Big T was on this season? Wait a minute. Now I'm getting something. Now I have a longtime listener in the chat. Whoa, Adam Meadows. Yeah, let's bring that camera down.
Hold on. Hold on.
God, there he is. Oh. God. Jesus Christ.
Chaos.
This is just out of control. Chaos right now.
This is literally chaos.
God, why are you joining on other browsers now?
Wait, how many videos are there?
Jesus Christ. There we go.
There it is.
Adam, how you doing
Good.
tonight?
Bad radio.
Are we live?
No, we're just sitting here. God, of course we're live. We've been live.
We're just shooting the shit.
God, how's your night going?
Great.
Just great.
Just great. Yeah. How about you?
I'm having a wonderful time. I'm here with the boys. The fact that we just had to sit through another episode. Well, some of us, props to them. So, yeah. What did you think about tonight's episode? Did you even watch?
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces. It was an episode.
Come on.
I'll give it that. It was an episode for sure. It was pretty boring. Didn't have anybody go home. Didn't really create any storylines for the future. Felt like a waste of time. Didn't really create any new characters. But other than that, it was great,
Well, I think our job here is done. Do we just want to wrap this up now? I mean, there we go. Thank you guys for listening to a brand new Stir of the Pod. All right, but in all seriousness, we were talking about the streak, the fake streak now becoming the real streak.
Chaos streak.
Yes, the chaos streak is now on episode 4. So moving on, kind of before the daily, I don't think anything, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, nothing really big happened beforehand. Maybe a little foreshadowing of some sorts, but nothing too crazy.
I think before the challenge, absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, nothing better than that. So
Is
let's go in.
Is Alex recording from the bunker on season 37 or whatever season that was?
God. He sounds very underwater-esque. Very, hey, I'm stuck in Ocean Gate. Help me. Get me out. So moving forward to the daily. The daily, what was it called? Skyballs?
Yes.
So, Andy, you want to explain to us?
Skyball.
the daily?
Yeah. So 2 teams of 8. You had to flip over these little tiles to spell out the word chaos. Once you do that, a big ball starts swinging in the air, consisting of about 30 small, like dodgeballs. And you have players in that big ball who are dumping them out into the open. And then the team on the ground has to pick them all up, take them over to this big, like little tower that you then have to throw them to a catcher and then put them in. First one to put all the balls in wins.
Correct. So, thanks, Anissa, for repeating the rules.
It was Kylan today.
God. Well, good thing Kylan did really well today, and surely he wasn't the one who got voted in right away, right?
My man.
So, the challenge happens. What was it? Orange team lost?
Orange team won.
Oh, classic.
Had a 50-50 chance.
You know why I'm annoyed by that? Because Kylan always wears that damn orange shirt, and it makes me think he was on orange team.
No, I can back you up here because I was just listening to last week's episode. It was the whole, JCT kind of, block off the entryway to whatever you're trying to get to type of situation.
Not so fast.
Not so fast. And you're absolutely right, Trev, that whatever team, I think Kylan was on the blue team, but he was wearing an orange jersey, and the orange team won, but he was not on the orange team. That drove me crazy, and so you're vindicated.
Trev, I thought you were colorblind.
Well, I can see.
It's been a ruse?
Huh? I can see the difference between orange and blue. Now, if it was blue versus purple, I'd be screwed.
Maybe that'll.
Oh, come on.
We'll get into that.
All right. So, like we said, the orange team wins, and Kylan, my man, gets voted in right away. What was our thoughts on that, Alex? You've been awfully quiet tonight, being in the bunker. What was your thoughts?
I mean, they foreshadowed it before, and he was an easy target.
I mean, so I think it was the right choice, though, right?
Who did they have to choose from? Who were the 4 guys?
Ed from the circle, Jimmy, and Corey.
Yeah, I think Kylan's pretty chalk out of that.
Yeah.
Well, and they started. So when the orange team was deliberating, they went around and said, like, who's one person you want to save? And everyone either said James or Ed. So then it initially took it down to my man and Corey. And then everyone was like, well, let's just say Kylan. And that actually sparked up a bunch of shit because I guess Jay and Kylan have some sort of alliance. So, and with Horacio too. So Horacio was trying to stick up for Kylan. Jay was not saying anything. So now they're thinking, is Jay really on an alliance with Kylan? There was a whole lot of that shit going on this episode where it was like alliance drama that carried no weight. And the 2 main people were Kylan for the guys and then Berna for the girls. Like, is Berna really on the alliance with Michelle? Who fucking cares? It's Berna and Kylan. Just get them off.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why I want to bring up going into the vote, like, who's alliance at this time? We always talk about who's Corey's kids. Who's alliance? Like, it is out of control. Like, the fact that Ed from the circle was somehow nominated and even got a vote tonight, like, it was even talked about getting thrown in, is out of control. Like, who has he pissed off?
Well, I mean, I think, the Eagles are on a 3-game losing streak, so it's kind of just one of those, one of those Philly downward spirals. I think that's what's catching them.
God, but I don't know. It just kind of hurts my feelings, though. Like, he really doesn't do that much.
Well, because Trev, you and Andy have been big Ed from the Circle fans since he popped on the scene, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Surely nobody else hated him by any means.
No, everyone else hated him.
What's
Who
he
is
done?
this?
Well, What hasn't
What's
he
he
done?
done?
He came on. He literally think about this, Alex. We talk about his entrance more than anything else on this show right now. Like that's on the season. It's between Ed from the Circle's entrance and Melissa's kid making it to the finals. Those are the only two relevant things from these clowns this season that we talk about. Fair?
I'll throw in the classic Inception bit that you guys keep doing. I think that's third on that list.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even know if we can bring up that because at this point we are so far in limbo. Like I don't even know where we are. Like what dream we're at. Like
That's the bit. You're doing the bit right there.
What do you mean? What's this? I don't remember this. So
You wouldn't get it. You're not a big Christopher Nolan guy. You wouldn't understand.
We did get a glimpse of the family from the Circle. So we got to see Ed's girlfriend and his stepkid. So, well, I guess not stepkid because they're not married. But we got a girlfriend from the Circle and a stepkid from the Circle. So
Ed's stepkid from the Square Monkey Doctor. That's good. I like that.
Spot on.
Very, very this ass.
And Ed does karate. He gave a little. It was one of those classic, the producer saying, "Hey, we need you guys to come over here and we need to film something," because it wasn't like a natural, let's just see what people are doing. And the reason I say that is the trio that were chatting was Ed, Amanal, and Zaza. And I can promise you one thing. Those three are never just talking for fun. And he put on a little karate show for him. Ed's won international tournaments for karate.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, though, honestly.
And Alex hates him.
I mean, I look at Ed, and I bring this up with Jordan. Jordan just kind of looks like one of those guys that's like a wakeboarder, and you have like those kids in high school that are just kind of like nutty when it comes to those things. Like Ed just looks like an interesting guy, engineer from Conshohocken, like just out of control.
Yeah, you might call him interesting. I might call him interessante. That's just me though. That's just Mitos being Mitos.
You do always say that.
What can I say?
That's God. Any comment, Alex?
No, this is great.
You sound terrible.
God.
All right. So moving on after that, Jimmy gets voted in. I think it was 6-1 on the votes. Jimmy James gets voted in. Ed from the Circle, like we said, had one vote. We have Jimmy and Kylan, my man, down in the what is it? The killing floor? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
I think it's the gauntlet this year.
Are you Sorry. If you guys are watching live right now, you guys can see Adam is literally talking.
I was like,
all right. Are we in the trust tree?
Yeah,
yes.
what's up? God, are you gonna what?
All right. Can I trust tree right now?
Yes.
So for the AWLs, I tried to join from my laptop. Apparently my connection is just fucked. So I'm from my phone. However, I prepared for this podcast. All right. And I had legitimate statistics to bring up, but they're on my phone, which is recording me. So I wanted to type them out on the computer now so that I can reference them moving forward. And so that's if you see these guys, that's what I'm doing.
Here, Adam, what we'll do now is we'll let you go for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is no. I'm just going to remove you from the screen. So if you want to type real quick, you can get those stats and then I'll add you back in. Just give me a thumbs up.
Who's really in the alliance?
This is just chaos.
This is so chaos.
I want Adam. We can do his little Adam Meadows
No.
Well,
in 1 minute.
I just want to say I also had even more stats than Adam, but they actually are on my laptop, and I'm using my laptop, so I actually can't look them up. But I have them, and I was ready for them. They just can't use them. But they actually were more than Adam's.
Jesus Christ. All right. So Jimmy and Kylan, my man, are down in the circle. Not to be confused with Ed. And Darrell comes down. And what do we think? Darrell. I mean, that's a W for the producers, getting him back and getting him an elimination. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, he probably doesn't have anything else going on.
I mean, Adam, any thoughts on Darrell being back? No?
Darrell's a legend. You know, he's a GOAT, as they say, as you guys, as many people have said in this podcast. There's multiple GOATs, and he's one of them. Is he someone that walks off on screen and makes me go, oh yeah, it's that guy? Not really. I would have rather seen Wes, Bananas, CT, the like. But he's a legend. What else can you say?
Go ahead.
I think one thing that was kind of evident, it seemed like TJ had to do an awful big intro for Darrell, which isn't a great sign. I mean, Bananas can walk out and TJ doesn't have to say a damn word.
But
because Mariah would drop her pants at that point. I mean, that's
true.
Obviously.
I would say drop her shirt, but it's already off.
If Bananas showed up, with how long Darrell's intro took, do you think Bananas would literally get like a 45-minute intro? So like 45 minutes of the episode would just be highlights of him?
Well, he'd probably still be in the hotel room with Melissa, if we're calling a spade a spade.
God. All right, so going back to Darrell being back, Aquaman, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Darrell is kind of Drew Breesy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think he's very Drew Brees-ish. He's always one of the top guys, but he wins titles early on, and you just kind of forget about him.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so going to the actual elimination itself. Sorry, I'm so distracted.
Hold on. 30 seconds. Keep going. Just ignore me.
Okay, so going on to the actual elimination, it was one with, what was it actually called? Does anybody know the name of it? But I feel like it would be like trial by fire or something like
light me up or something.
Light me up. We'll use that. I like that. Light me up. They're on a platform and there's 6 podiums and they basically got to like swing around and just light their 6 different platforms and just hang on and kind of, it's like a funky balance thing. What was our thoughts of this? Because honestly, I kind of enjoyed this. It's something different. And like these eliminations like this is what I like in the challenge, because you don't have to be 6'5", 285 pounds to be good at it. Like it's a very unique and like you can't practice this kind of thing. So that's like a part of these eliminations that I love. And this is why I like the challenge. Andy, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, so basically you're on this little platform with these bowls that you have to then light on fire, and you kind of like have to tilt your weight around and spark them all, and then once you get it, you win. And I kind of like these challenges because they're like a little fluky.
Okay,
like 6'8", 250 pounds to do this right. You just have to think a little bit and be smart. But the one thing that I was happy about that I know probably Trev was pissed about was there was no puzzle. So I was happy about that. And, it's any man's game. I think the early line before seeing the challenge was Darrell minus 650. But then once TJ outlined what the elimination was, it was probably Darrell minus 150, just due to, again, the flukiness of which I'm a big fan, and just me.
Yeah. Mitos, thoughts?
I thought it was a very
interessante.
I guess now that's Andy's term. I'll put it in my words. I'll put it in my terms. I guess it was very Maso Minos. It it was fine. It's not on my Mount Flushmore, but it was a pretty ho-hum elimination. And I mean, I guess we'll get into it a little bit more in the MVP, LVP, but I don't feel like it really played to anybody's strengths, my man or Darrell. And that kind of made it more fair, more equitable. But I feel like in the previous eliminations, they gave Casey the pole wrestle. They gave Jordan the, speed agility elimination. I feel like they didn't really give Darrell what was, up his strong suit. That was a little bit bullshit for the legend that he is. But if I had to sum it up, I'd say Maso Menos. I don't know. I feel like they were looking for another Chomp loss. They got one with Kaz. They needed one more. They didn't want to go to full sweep with the guys. And so I think they might have rigged it a little bit.
I like that take a lot. I think it was maybe something else. And then they're like, shit, we can't lose another guy. So let's make it a little harder.
It felt kind of, I feel like, did he not lose one kind of similar to that in like the last 2 to 3 seasons to Devin? Or maybe he beat Devin. Kind of along those lines though, like a little like rotatey vibe type elimination. I know Alex feels me. He's definitely very talkative tonight. He's on board.
Yeah, I think this elimination I would have liked in a much different scenario, but like the second you see that it's fluky, that there's a chance we're not getting somebody eliminated to make it a terrible episode even worse.
Yeah. So we kind of hinted at it, but Kylan, my man, picks up the dub. Darrell leaves with 0. And here we are, end of episode. We are sitting at the same amount people. So I think we just went I feel like, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a scenario. Iowa's driving down the field, 3rd and goal, and they throw an interception, touchback.
Oh, I was going to say fumble on the 1 yard line. So the other team doesn't even get good field position.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair. All right. So not in a great state. The little glimmer of hope that we've got was we're going right into the daily when we get back, which I could argue is that bad for us that we're starting. So we don't get the little 5 to 10 minute buffer before the daily, that we're going to start in with the daily just to only have 10 to 15 minute more bullshit at the tail end of next week's episode. Because we all know they're not doing a double elimination or anything next week, right? Like, we all know that. Right?
I think you're probably right. If you were to tell me that they were going to go straight into the daily and that the episode would be 60 minutes, I would say great decision. As Alex always says, 60-minute episodes are key. And Andy, I think even you a little bit.
No.
We voted on that take.
It's a classic Bird take. But if you're going to tell me that they're just going to do the daily first, but then we still get another 87 minutes of bullshit, it's terrible. And so I don't agree with the decision. I do think they need to do a double elimination at some point. I think I threw out in the GC Kara and CT together. A little Boston strong action could be a good move. CT and Laurel, people forget. X is 3. Who knows? I don't know. Who's to say?
I mean, that, as I always say, that'd be very interessante. Like, it would be pretty good. So, all right. Moving after the episode, we're at the halfway point, it looks like, right? Because we got the mid-season trailer.
Yes. Before we dive into the trailer, I noticed something that I feel like can't be a spoiler, but I thought it was.
Blow me.
Did anyone else? So when they talked about CT coming on, which is probably going to be within the next 2 episodes, I mean, he was holding the pole with the little ball on the end of it, a la Chaos Ball.
No,
I mean, he was
spoilers.
He was. That's not me. That's the challenge. He was.
I didn't know.
That's
why would you tell me?
That's what we do.
I didn't know.
You don't want to listen to a podcast on the challenge, and don't listen to the fucking podcast.
God, that's just chaos.
He's literally holding the chaos ball, which I don't know if that's just a prop or what, but like after we've now seen the chaos prop, that's what he was holding.
It's spoilers.
The only
Is
thing
the
I
chaos
can,
one different from the other ones?
Yes, it's like a little spiky ball on the end.
it's a little
Yeah,
more
yep.
chaotic.
The other one's like Thor's hammer, right?
Mjolnir.
Yeah. How do you say it?
Mjolnir.
One more time.
This was more like a spiky ball that you would almost maybe see in like the Mario parties of the world.
Come on. So, episode 10, we're at the mid-season. That means, and this kind of transitions into our first segment of tonight, which was actually one of the biggest segments, I guess, or biggest segments of the year. Stir the Prop. I mean, we had Adam Meadows. Check that off over one episode tonight. We had a challenge champ lose, which makes it 4-2, 4 wins, 2 losses, which the over-under was 4.5. Now that we know we're at the mid-season finale, mid-season, that means we have 20 episodes total. Is that what we're going with?
Oh my God.
Which means our over-under, correct me if I'm wrong, was 16.5 or 17.5. Regardless, it's going to hit the over.
I mean, I have so much to say here. One, I think my over-under was 1.5. Cash the over, baby, because I was on the Premiere podcast and I'm here tonight.
No, we said Premiere doesn't count.
No. That was very Hampered Stars-esque. That don't count.
Oh, we'll get into that. Secondly, what you just said about the episode count, if you ever go on the MTV app, which I don't blame you if you never go there because it's horrible, you can tell how many episodes this season there are because episode 0 is not episode 0. It's the final episode of the season. I won't spoil it for the IWLs, but you can tell how many episodes there are. So I'll just let you know that you can already determine the over under on that prop.
Wait, what?
I mean, you might as well just tell us who wins at this point.
It's like it has the bio on the MTV app, episode 0. It says like CT wins it all.
Yes.
Look,
CT
I would never
for
spoil. I would never spoil who wins it, but like all I'm gonna say is this Zara sweatshirt is really nice.
In all seriousness, Adam, the episode that you see, that episode 0, is it the reunion or is it like the finale?
No. So, all right, hit
I'm
the
fine with
fast
him
forward
saying how many
15 seconds mark if you want no spoilers for episode count, which I can't imagine you do. But episode 0 is listed as episode 22 on the MTV app, which here's how I interpret that is 2 reunions, episode 20 and 21. Regular season goes through 19. That's how I interpret it.
I don't know how many more of these I got left in.
I mean,
we'll get into that.
all right. Well, thank you for letting us know that. That's actually good to know.
Oh, the other thing is you guys keep saying that the FaceTiming former challengers prop is Alex's. That's my prop. I just want credit for it. That's my prop. The over-under was 1.5. We got Kyle. The over-under was 1.5. I took over. We got Kyle. I was really hoping for Chauncey because of Amber. Down goes Alex. We got Kyle, but we did not get Chauncey.
Under the sea.
And we live in the rundown under.
Anyways, I just wanted to let that be known that was my prop, not Alex's. But I think I just took Alex's spot.
You know what? The more I think about it, though, I actually think it was Andy's prop.
I think it was mine.
I think it was.
No, Andy was the one that was saying it was Interessante, if I remember correctly.
God, enough of the Interessante.
Enough with the thumbs up.
Yeah, I know. What's up with the thumbs up?
Wait, Adam, do thumbs up again real quick.
No.
There it is.
Wait, does that
That's
go
not
on
me.
that?
That's not me. Who is that?
God, enough.
That's you.
I'm being serious. It's not me.
I'm pretty sure that happens on the phones after you get an update. Like if you're FaceTiming somebody and do this, I think it does that.
Wait, go thumbs down.
Wait, no. This is the real test. Do a peace sign. I bet
there it is.
Do the peace sign. I bet some balloons pop up.
Damn it. Get it together, Steve Jobs. I mean, give me a break.
What the is happening?
It's just chaos.
All right, let's keep this going.
Wait, have you peace sign? No balloons?
I think it's too limp.
All right, we're done.
All right, you might have to get Adam off the pod here.
What's the next segment?
I think it's champ change. I think this was Adam's segment, so you're the one who came up with it.
Yeah.
So, Adam, champ change tonight. You want to explain it, or should Andy explain the rules?
I
know he's
mean,
good at that.
as you know, being that I watched the full episode and that I came up with the idea for the segment, I'll explain it. Basically, we're trying to choose any former champ, and I'm going to set the parameters that it can be any former champ, not champs that are coming on the season, but any former champ, legitimate champ, not spinoffs. Would you substitute them into any segment of this episode? Elimination, daily, deliberation, whatever you want it to be. Andy, you can start.
Wait, Andy, can you repeat the rules one more time?
Yeah. So
Okay, Casey.
for my segment, chomp change, you pretty much pick a chomp to change.
I'm out.
So I would say, here's what I would say: a champ that I would like to see.
All right.
It's not a male, but if this was a female elimination, I would really enjoy seeing Anissa. That would just be A1 entertainment and would probably set the whole set on fire. So give me Anissa as my chomp change for the elimination.
Okay.
Okay.
Adam, who you got?
I mean, it's kind of chalk, but I feel like
Jordan.
I think no. I mean, he'd be great too, but I was going to go the Banana Man. I think Bananas would be really good at this elimination. I think it's coordination, it's balance, it's all the weird shit that he's good at. It's the, staying calm under pressure. Obviously as a big West guy, I think he could do good too. But if I'm picking one person, I think it's Bananas. I think he's just got that, kind of that unique skill set that would do good in this.
See, I think I would go with Wes. With him being a ginger and immune to fire, I don't think that would be an issue. So, I feel like he'd be pretty damn good at it.
Well, he would have the relic because you guys picked him for the last one, so he wouldn't have to go in again. People forget that.
Trev, that's a good pick, and I know you and only you have always been very high on Wes.
I'm out.
Alex, are you back? Can you hear us?
I'd love to hear from Alex. I feel like he's been quiet.
Yeah, I mean these rules are changing on us. I'll go with Jordan.
Champ changed the rules. Yeah, I mean we're just a bulge. God, is
But if you pick Jordan, you'd have to specify if he has to keep his shoes on or could he take them off.
People forget that.
He would take him off 100%.
It would be, I think, my dream elimination here would be Anissa versus Big Easy, and just see what happens.
I'm telling you guys though, I know it kind of got lost in the sauce, but I feel like there was a Devin Darrell-ish, CT-ish elimination that was kind of similar to this. And it probably wasn't that long ago. We can't remember anything because these seasons just blur together.
You're kind of obsessed with this Devin Darrell elimination.
Yeah, well, let me guess. Was that on one of your fake stats that you drew up?
We'll get into that.
Well, one thing I want to bring up with Andy's pick, and I'm kind of sick and tired of Andy bringing up, kind of like, oh, everybody's a GOAT these days. Oh, now everybody's a champ these days with Anissa. I mean, I don't know how Anissa can be qualified a champ.
Oh, I guess it is chomp change. I can't pick Anissa.
No, it's cool. It's cool. You picked her. It's all good. We understand. It's like your goat's take. Everybody's a goat these days. Everybody's a champ.
Participation
She made
trophy.
the final. Oh, she's a champion.
I mean, hell, Anissa, in TJ's mind, Anissa's probably a goat.
Maybe Jesus.
I brought a segment today, guys. Are we ready to move on? Do you have others?
Sure. Fire away.
I brought a segment today. Listen, to be honest, I thought it was just going to be me and Javi tonight. I didn't realize you other Javis were going to be here, so I wanted to make sure we had material ready. And so I brought one of my personal favorite segments that I created, and I think we did it once when I was on the podcast and created it, and then never happened again. But I'm bringing it back. It's called Pole Position. Okay, Pole Position. The segment is basically, who do you think currently, after last night's episode, is in the pole position? It's not who you want to win. It's not who you're predicting to win. It's just who do you think is in the best position currently to win the game. I'll go last because there's one winner, right? They've already said that. So I'll go last, make sure it's kind of equal male-female. I'll start with Alex. Let's make sure it's kind of an equal-ish gender ratio. But who do you think is in the best position currently to win the game?
Yeah, I think if you were going off just the name of the segment, you'd probably go Mariah for the poll. But I'm actually going to go with – there's another guy that I don't want to say. So I'm going to go with Ed, actually. Because I think
You can't try to buy Ed's stock right now. It doesn't even make sense to buy Ed's stock right now.
Honestly, Andy, I'm worried now because he said this, that Ed's going to be up for elimination somehow next week and goes home.
What, am I not supposed to answer?
No, you can't. When you say Ed, you can't.
Well, I know Adam was high on him early.
Finish your answer.
Ed, I think, is in a good spot because I think there is a different guy who might have been the popular pick before tonight, but had a little bit more of a target painted on his back, and I don't think anybody's really saying Ed's name. So I'm going Ed.
Okay. Trev, you're next.
I'll go girl then. And I'll go Olivia.
Ooh.
And I just feel like nobody hates her and is just kind of flying under the radar. Which brings up our next segment, Radar One. No, I'm kidding. But I think Olivia is in a great spot. There's still, 160 laps to go. All right, moving on. Just go.
I can't even see the chat, so I don't even know what's so funny. I feel left out. I'm Glansberging over here with
the private chat is bananas. All right.
I need to get on YouTube. Is McCord in the chat? God
no. The private chat.
Jesus. That's even worse. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with my guy, Horacio. He's just kind of awesome. I think he's got a good political game, and I take him over Jay in any sort of, hey, you need to win this challenge, or hey, you need to win this elimination. I'd much rather trust Horacio to do that.
Okay.
Adam, who you got?
I guess so. I'll go girl here. I'll go Zaza.
Who?
I feel like it's somebody. I kind of wanted to come on here, to be honest, to talk about Zaza. I don't feel like, it's not that you guys haven't said anything bad about her, but I don't really think you guys have mentioned her name once in the whole season.
You said more than 5 words this whole season?
Maybe yes, maybe no, but let's get into whether or not that matters, because here's the facts that do matter. Fun, cute, maybe not the assets that some of the other girls have, but bubbly personality, fun to be around.
What are you basing this off of? She hasn't been on our screen.
Every time, if you watch the dailies, which sometimes hand up I don't, and I don't blame you if you don't, but she's actually always kind of in the lead. Anytime it's like one of those sprint out the gates, swim to the platform. She's always in the lead. We know she does marathons, which none of us have done ever.
What?
Could even imagine to do a marathon. So I think she's friendly enough with everybody and has enough athleticism to go the distance. I mean, he already took Olivia. That would have been my pick for a girl. So
You're just still trying to hold on to this whole Wes's former partner, or let's prop her up on a pedestal.
Oh, she was Wes's partner? I didn't know that.
You said bubbly and fun, and she's been on our screen for a total of 30 seconds.
Do you guys remember when they put Wes on Big T's face?
Big Wes.
God. All right, let's move on. Last segment of tonight, MVP, LVP. You guys know what to do. In the chat, give us the MVP, LVP order. I think MVP is going to be kind of tough tonight.
It always is. No one does anything.
Do, 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 do. All right. Mikey the Dot. Oh, Ryan McCord, actually. God, is that a complete flip-flop?
I don't know, but that was the closest to MVP, LVP submissions that we've ever seen before.
Oh, come on. You guys have Ryan McCord being first, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the same timestamp.
Yes. So Ryan McCord, yeah, damn, it does say 22, 35, 41. All right, so we're going off of McCord, who came through our screen first. Andy going MVP first, Alex second, Adam Meadows third, and me fourth.
I'll go MVP Ed from the circle. He didn't get voted in. It clearly showed that he's got a lot of numbers on his side. And we also got a glimpse into life outside the circle, as I'll say. Seeing his girlfriend, seeing his stepkid, and he does karate, so we know that now too. So I think good overall episode from my man. Bought stock immediately. Ed from the circle.
Great pick. Alex, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my MVP. I'm gonna go with Ed from the circle, Junior.
Oh, come on.
I'm going with the stepkid.
All right, Adam, you're up. Who are you gonna go? Ed from the circle's wife?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for my MVP. I'm gonna go Ed from the circle, former castmate Johnny Bananas. Here's kind of a retroactive MVP because nobody gave it to him last week when the whole Mariah Tori situation happened, and then again this week it was referenced again, and I just feel like Bananas is having a bigger impact on this season than 75% of the people that are literally standing in the sand with DJ. And I feel like Bananas deserves it more than any of those Havies. So I'm going to give my MVP to Johnny Bananas.
Are you sure that was not given last week?
It was not. It was not. I promise. I listened to it yesterday because I'm a little behind. Sue me. I'm watching movies. I'm almost at 300. I got a good list going. So yeah, I listened to last week's episode yesterday, and it was only you two. It was Andy and Trev, and neither of you gave it to Bananas, so I felt like I had to do it.
We definitely brought up Bananas, though, and
Absolutely. Yeah. But he needs it in the statistics book. It's got to be a record.
yeah,
I'm mad at that.
I'll go for my MVP then. Kind of a cop out. I'm gonna go Kylan for winning the elimination. So I'm not a huge fan of Kylan. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. I kind of picked him third, right? Because I just said second. Sorry, excuse me, second. Yeah, but he got second. He won the elimination, beat Darrell. You got to give him a little respect, beating a champ. So, which leads into my LVP tonight. is going to be Darrell. And he's my LVP because, I was excited. Get another champ, a real champ, back on the show. I know production didn't help him by the cause of the elimination. But still, when you're Darrell, you need to show these kids up. We need these OGs to put these challengers in their fucking place so it gets through to production. We need to bring Darrell back full time. We need to bring back, Jordan full time. We need to bring back Car Maria full time. That's why I am banking on these champs. Maybe not who's the cause or whoever, but bring back the OGs, and that hurt the cause tonight. And Darrell, it is what it is.
Listen, let me back you up here because that was going to be my pick. That was actually the prep that I was doing with the fingers. I wanted to bring forward some evidence as to why I think Darrell. It's not that he's overrated, but it's that he's overpraised, I guess is my point. He won 4 straight challenges back, before George W. Bush was inaugurated. That's amazing. Since then, since he won his last title, let me tell you what happened to Darrell. This is the prep I did. He got disqualified for putting a tennis ball in Brad's eye.
I will say that's a win, though. That's a win.
Más o menos.
Oh, come on. I'm done.
He got DQ'd. He lost to Pete and Jill. He lost to CT. He won-ish Chance vs. Pros. He lost to Tony. He lost to Corey. He got second in All-Star spinoff. He got second in another All-Stars. He lost to Jordan. He lost to Amber and Chauncey.
Who was his partner there?
He lost. That was a trivia question last time. I'm getting thumbs up for counting. That was Veronica. He lost to Casey and Troy. Who? Exactly. And he lost to my man. I just counted 12 times where he didn't bring home the gold. And I think you're more than justified for picking it from LVP. That's all I'm going to say.
What happened to the mythical Devin elimination?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Trev, the one that you've been talking about all episode?
Oh, get out of here.
It must have, yeah, Trev, that must have not happened. I don't know.
God.
Trev, you gotta, hey, I don't know, hit the study tables, buddy, because I don't think that was real.
All right. Who you got? Your LVP.
Well, fuck, that was my LVP. I guess for LVP, I will go with fuck it. Let's go with Big T. Not on the season. Didn't enjoy her when she was on the season. I'm kind of scrambling here, but didn't enjoy her. Hope to see you never. Bye, Big T.
All right. Good pick. All right, Alex, who do you and Nemo have?
Yeah, we're going to go with LVP for Berna. She just seems very panicky now. She's trying to, salvage whatever she can. She's screaming, gone within the next 3 episodes. So I'm going to go with, she made it to the halfway point, so congrats to her for that. But I'm going to go LVP Berna.
But she really wants it.
She rolls her shorts up because she's a gymnast.
All right, Andy, who you got? Round us out for tonight.
I'm going to go with one person who has really been the only reason I keep watching. I'm going to go LVP Mariah. She still brings the heat every episode, but she is so fucked in terms of actual gameplay. I mean, she was trying to rally the troops to go against Ed from the circle and save James. That clearly didn't work. Now all the girls are like, we can't trust her. She doesn't know what she's doing. So she's literally leaving the strongest alliance to go be buddy-buddy with Jimmy behind the Banana Man's back, not to be confused with the Banana Man's backpack. So she is just putting herself on an island, not to be confused with the island. And I think it's going to bite her in the ass soon, unless James does.
Sorry.
Sounds good. Anything else from tonight's episode? Honorable mentions?
I did have an honorable mention. I was actually kind of mad at myself. I didn't pick it. 1-1 for MVP. The Big Four is back.
Wow. Well, and that leads into, is this going to be a regular thing, or Adam Meadows? Is this a one and done call you Kentucky-esque for the year?
Listen,
Honestly, before you answer, is this I'll see you in 2025? We might skip all 2024.
whoa. Watch it.
Well, hear me out. Think about this. This season's going to go until what? 4th of July? So your fireworks might come back for that. But like the next season won't start till 2025.
And is that going to be season 40? Are we sure they're going to get to a season 40? Have you guys debated that yet?
Oh, come on.
Listen, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Will you?
I mean, I just said I would. Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll get into that.
In all seriousness, Mikey the doctor writes in the chat, does March Madness end before the challenge ends?
I mean, if we've got 12 more total episodes, that's 3 months. It's going to be close.
I think March Madness will end first. But the reunion might push us past.
If it's still live and there's a Wednesday where there's some integral top-of-the-line college basketball going on at the same time as the challenge, we have to set the precedent now.
Isn't that the source of the War of the Worlds 2 beef? I think someone broke that news.
War of the Worlds 2 was not March Madness. It was Game 7 World Series.
And then didn't you bail?
I think Trev bailed.
I did. And then Alex, before he moved down to Bikini Bottom, was like all upset.
I think we put out a statement
from the Notes app, right?
Alex
Honestly,
Alex looks like he's in a hospital bed right now.
Wait, didn't Alex send us a video in the hospital bed when, didn't your appendix pop or something?
No, that's
I still made.
God.
By the way, can we get Tony back? I mean,
You always say that, Adam.
But Alex, I don't think we talked about this too. Just for future, I know all of us were all in a great mood tonight, stuff like that. What is the latest on if you miss an episode, can we play your video or not? I know this was a big debacle. We did not play your video the other night, 2 episodes ago. You were pretty pissed. I'm not going to lie. You were ready to throw hands.
I mean, I think ultimately it's up to whoever is there that week. They make the decision.
Okay, that's fair.
Correct. And the people who show up every single week, all the time, all in, always, should have a say.
Sounds good. Well, with that being said, Adam Meadows, thank you for joining us tonight. We'd love to have you back. Might see an appearance by you coming up here in a few weeks. The squad will be back together in person January 5th and 6th. The Draw 2.0 will be live. Live? Should we go live for that this time?
Wait, Trev, real quick. When we do that, are we having a chaos thing? And if that is pulled, does that mean Adam does it or what?
Yes.
I think so. So Adam's the one pulling all 3 of our names. So there's going to be 4?
Listen, let me just jump in here. I'm up for whatever. You can do that. I can be chaos, or I can just have a name as part of one of the swords. You tell me. You guys tell me. I mean, specifically Andy and Trev, because you guys are the consistent hosts. You guys tell me. But between the 3 of you, you tell me.
I think we do a chaos one. Adam Meadows solo pod. Who says no?
Yes, you can be fair game for that, but we can still be on the chopping block.
Wait, what?
I don't.
Saying if someone draws chaos, they can still pick anyone, Adam included. So it's
But
not.
there's only one draw. So Adam's going to be picking, right?
See, that's the thing. I think we're confusing 2 different seasons worth of dagger poll formats. Legitimately.
Yeah, no, Andy, it's going to have Alex's name, it's going to have my name, it's going to have your name, and it's going to have chaos. Adam's going to draw. If he draws chaos, why the fuck would he choose himself to do a solo pod?
So I get to draw?
So
Yeah,
Adam's drawing?
I mean, or should we just have Scotty? I mean, Scotty doesn't know any of it, but like it would still be pretty good.
That's not Scotty. That's Owen.
We'll get into that.
All right. So be on the lookout for that. That's in a few weeks, 2 weeks or so. Next week's pod, we will be attaching, finally, I know we've been slacking, we kind of forgot, but we will be live. We'll be attaching the wedding podcast as a Christmas bonus gift to the actual podcast. So I don't think any of you guys, I think Andy might have heard bits and pieces, but
I didn't even know you got married, Trev. Congrats. That's awesome, dude. Happy for you.
So yes, so we'll be attaching that podcast to the end of episode 11 as a little Christmas gift. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening to a brand new Stir the Pod podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Stir the Pod. You can follow us on Instagram at Stir_the_pod. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Shout out Duffy.
Won't we be back before Christmas?
No.
Oh, Christmas is this Sunday? Let's go. Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right.